Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna cook for you the most delicious Bolognese of meatballs. Bolognese is one of the most cooked dish in Australia. Everybody's in love with it. So what I'm gonna do is a little bit of spin on it. I'm gonna make the meatballs, and after I'm gonna make the sauce. And after I'm gonna put the meatballs in the sauce, and after put the pasta on it. Boom! First thing I do for my meatballs, as a real Spanish chef, I'm gonna use some delicious chorizo. And chorizo is a great sausage to start this process because it's got paprika and it's got lovely fats and spices. And that's a lot of flavoring for the mince already. I'm gonna use a Spanish onion. That's probably the only chopping I'm gonna do. Now, I'm putting mushroom because mushroom is a great seasoning agent. It gives that nice flavor of slow cooking to meats. So this is gonna almost make things taste like we're cooking it for a long time. Some chives to get a little bit of bitterness and to give you a nice texture through the mixture. And a little bit of perejil, and that's parsley. I'm just gonna give it a rough chop again. So just put it really simple into the food processor. Now, this is a secret I always do with the meatballs. Splash of cream. The cream gives the meatballs a nice sponginess. So you don't have to put the eggs, you don't have to put breadcrumbs. And when this bleeds and we fold into the mince, you see the difference. And obviously you want to give it a nice seasoning, pinch of salt, and a little bit of fresh ground pepper. Work it, baby, work it. You can make it as smooth or as coarse as you want it. I like to have some texture because when you get the meatballs, you get a little bit of the chorizo bits and the mushroom bits and the mince, and it's a lovely texture and it makes it quite enjoyable. And some people get a little bit fancy when they make this kind of bolognese. They use a little bit of pork, a little bit of veal. I just using like beef mince. It's really simple. And what we're gonna do now is just fold these together. I don't think you can roll meatballs if you don't roll them with your hands. So I'm gonna have a little bit of water in there just to get my hands nice and doesn't stick. And now I'm gonna give it a nice squeeze me like this. All done. And now you're gonna put a little bit of water in there in your hands and just golf ball, roll baby roll, and straight into the tray. Something like that. One, squeeze it like that. Opa. Okay, so the meatballs are all rolled. And you can see when you look at them, they got all that nice texture from the Spanish onion, the mushrooms. I always season them again, I don't know why. And I put a little bit of olive oil as well, so you get a little bit of extra coloration. Because I'm gonna put this in the oven a few moments later. We're gonna start working in the sauce. I mean, the secret for a nice tomato sauce for me is always in the vegetable content. And Italians are very good at this. So what I'm gonna do here, I got chopped some carrots, some leeks, and some onions, and a little bit of garlic. For the aromatics, I'm gonna go with thyme. Because thyme, that's an Australian accent, thyme is actually got that authentic Italian cooking. I'm gonna be generous with the extra virgin olive oil, and I'm gonna make sure I'm coating all the pan, and straight away seasoning, just sizzling, just beautiful. A little season. I'm gonna allow that to soften until it gets like that onion a little bit translucent. It looks already stunning. Smell beautiful. A little bit more olive oil. Can use enough of this. So you put the garlic in and the thyme. And this is like, it's good to leave them on the stalks because after you can pull them off, it's like much easier. Oh, smell that. Okay, so this is the moment that you're looking for. The onions are translucent, they're almost transparent. It's not really special order how you wanna do this. But you put the stock, I always add it slowly. But you put it slowly, you get that really big bubbles right away because the pan is quite hot. And now with the tomato passata, the same. Very easy sauce. You can use it for other things. And now just give it a nice stir. And for a couple of minutes, that will slightly reduce, and we'll check on our meatballs. The great thing about this recipe is I got the pasta on, pasta la vista, baby, and you can see the sauce is got so thick because we evaporated all the stock. And this is my favorite thing in the world, okay? The meatballs are out of the oven, When you put the cream in the meatballs, look at the sponginess of that meat. Full credit. I mean, the chorizo has got the flavor. The mushrooms have created all this liquid in here that is carrying all the flavors. This is absolutely amazing. And this goes to the sauce. The slow cooking of the bolognese is what makes it so special. Just do this really slowly. And the secret here is not even the meatballs, it's the sauce. Don't waste one drop of that. Wow. Now we're gonna bring this to the boil. Absolutely amazing. You wanna taste the pasta? Make sure it's al dente. Don't overcook it. And now, we're not gonna strain the pasta because that pasta water is gonna give us a little extra even flavor. Everything in the same pan, the meatballs, the pasta. Is it a nice mix? Wow. Lave la pasta! And this is my kid's favorite. And simple as this. Look at this. I mean, I know every Australian loves to cook a bolognese, but once you try my bolognese or meatballs, this will be your new favorite. So easy to make, affordable, stunning, and just comfort food. You know what I do now? I like a little bit of the Parmesan. It's almost like a seasoning. And you use the microplane because it's really thin and it melts right away. I'm always generous with my herbs. So a little bit of fresh basil and some oregano. Or oregano, whatever you like. Okay? And this, just break with your fingers. I use a spoon for this because I like to get the bit of sauce and the pasta. Wow. Viva la vida. Bellissimo!